So ordered.
Mr. Speaker, I'm going to do something novel tonight, and I'm going to reach out to my Democrat colleagues, and I'm glad to see some of them like Don over there tonight to listen to my exhortations. Mr. Speaker, the $8,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers was one of the reasons why home sales went up by about 5.1% last month. And that was an indication that we're probably moving in the right direction as far as stimulating some economic growth in the housing industry. But the housing industry is in a depression right now, and we need more than just the $8,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers. Now, back in 1975, Congress passed the Tax Reduction Act of 1975, which included a tax credit not just for first-time home buyers, but for all home buyers up to $2,000 of the tax credit. And as a result, they increased within the next year by 400,000 the number of houses that were sold, and in 2 years they were back up to the 2 million house level. And so we need to stimulate economic growth in the housing industry across the board, not just with first-time home buyers. Now, Ken Calvert of California, our colleague, has introduced a bill. Let's see, the bill number is H.R. 1245, and I'm a co-sponsor of it. And it will give a 10% credit, a 10% of the home price, up to $15,000 for all home buyers for 1 year. Now, if we did that, like they did back in 1975, and this was sponsored mainly by Democrats back in 1975, if we did that across the board for home buyers up to $15,000, we would stimulate a huge movement towards home purchasing. 25% of the people in this country say they want to buy a home within the next 10 years. We can move that up pretty rapidly if we extend the tax credit to $15,000 and allow everybody to get it for 1 year. And if we did that, you know, I think that would go a long way towards solving the economic problems we're facing right now. Right now, what we're doing is we're throwing money at the situation, at the problem, and we're hoping that that will solve it. It's probably going to help a little bit in the short run, but in the long run, if we really want to stimulate economic growth and activity, we have to get the free market working again. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, and I'm saying this to my Democrat colleagues as well as my Republican colleagues, is to give an incentive for people to buy homes, not just first-time home buyers, but everybody that would like to buy a home or move into a better one. And so if we allowed a 10% tax credit up to an amount of $15,000 for just 1 year, I think you would see a huge movement in the purchase of homes in this country, and it will really help the economy. Now, the realtors of this country and the home builders of this country really need help. They want this bill. They think it's extremely important. They're out here this week going to be talking about it. So I'd like to say to you, Don, and all my Democrat colleagues and my Republican colleagues, let's get together on this one. We can fight on something else. But right now we have an opportunity to really stimulate home purchases in this country and get this economy moving more rapidly in the right direction. So I hope you'll join with me in co-sponsoring Ken's bill, H.R. 1245, and I'll be glad to sign any of you up tonight. And with that, I yield back to balance my time, Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman yields back the balance.